Hi, everyone. My name is Mallory Earl. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Willow Lake Elementary.
And I'm Jackie Ryback. I also teach kindergarten at Willow Lake.
Here are a few details about our enrollment for the 2021-22 school year. Enrollment begins on February 11th, and all of the information of things you will need to enroll your child can be found at the website here on our slide.
Before your student even comes to kindergarten, there are a few things you can work with them at home. Please have them work on their personal needs. Make sure that without help, they can put on and take off their coat, tie their own shoes, wash their hands, snap, button, zip, and buckle. Make sure that they can also communicate needs to an adult. Some social skills they can work on is listening to an adult and following directions, cooperating with other children, taking turns in sharing, sitting still for short periods of time, and following simple two-step directions. In terms of intellectual skills, think about if your child can sit and listen to a story, hold a book upright and turn the pages, say and identify their first and last name, tell and retell familiar stories, identify colors, shapes, and sizes, count from 0 to 10, say or sing the alphabet, sing or recite nursery rhymes, tell and retell familiar stories, hold pencil appropriately, hold and use scissors safely, write first name with correct capitalization, and recognize all of the letters in their names. These skills will help them be prepared for day one of kindergarten. These are skills that are usually worked on in pre-K or at home before a student starts on their first day.
In kindergarten, we spend a lot of time learning how to read and studying our letters and their sounds. Some things that your child will be working on in kindergarten are understanding the features of print that we read from left to right. We start at the top of the page and go to the bottom. Identifying the parts of the book, like the cover, the spine, the back. Name and writing uppercase and lowercase letters with their sounds. Identify and produce their own rhyming words. Breaking apart words into syllables, isolate the beginning, ending, and middle sounds in words, long and short vowel sounds, and reading high-frequency words or our sight words.
Students will also learn to read emergent level text for purpose and understanding, answer questions and retell stories, identify character, setting, and major events in a story, identify author and illustrator roles, compare stories, spell simple words phonetically, write a variety of stories including how-to and personal narratives. Write multiple sentences with proper spacing, capitalization, punctuation, and meaningful content. Recognize appropriate uses for nouns and verbs. Use singular and plural correctly. Use inflections and affixes correctly, ed, ing, etc. In math, we take a hands-on approach. Your student will be learning a lot through play and working with their hands. Some of the things that your students will be learning in kindergarten at Willow Lake is to count to 100 by ones and tens, count on from a given number, write numbers 0 to 20, represent a number of objects with a written number and count to answer how many, understand that counting means one more and represent that understand counting means one more and represent that with numbers and objects. Identify if a group of objects is greater than, less than, or equal to another group.
We also spend a lot of time working on word problems with addition and subtraction with numbers up to 10. We also take apart numbers to 10 in multiple ways. We work on finding the missing number, adding and subtracting fluently within 10. We also put together and take apart numbers up to 20, understand the concept of tens and ones, describe, compare, contrast measurable features of objects if an object is longer than, shorter than. We sort objects by their attributes. We name shapes no matter what, if they are turned or on their side. We use positional words to figure out where things are, like inside, outside, left, or right. We can also identify and compare features of 2D and 3-dimensional shapes. And we create and model shapes in the world from objects and drawings.
If you're interested in learning more about the curriculum we use at Willow Lake, our reading, writing, and phonics curriculum is the Lucy Calkins unit of study. Our mathematics curriculum is investigations. Our social emotional learning curriculum is second steps. For social studies, we use Pearson My World, and for science, we use the Indiana Science Initiative.
A typical day in kindergarten is jam-packed full of activities. In the morning, we spend a lot of time doing different versions of reading. We do guided reading with your teacher. We do phonics. We also start each day with a morning meeting to really build the community in our classroom. Here at Willow Lake, our kindergartners have 2 recesses, one before lunch and one at the end of the day. We also have math in the afternoon and specials that rotate throughout the week. The school day starts at 8:30, and dismissal, we load on the buses at 3:20. Once again, here is the information to enroll your child at Willow Lake Elementary. Remember that enrollment begins on February 11th, and you can find the information you need to register your child at the website here on our slide. We can't wait to meet you.
See you soon.